Hello, I'm the Media Whiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer of SpongeBob. Today we're going to be looking at the board games that are based around the series. Just like the other franchises we've looked at, like My Little Pony, Doctor Who, and Halo, just to name a few, there are a ton of board game tie-ins that are just variants of popular board game and tabletop titles. Monopoly, Life, Sorry, Operation, Cranium, Trouble, Uno, Connect 4, Ants in My Pants, you name it. There is a SpongeBob Hangman game, for God's sakes. Let that sink in. SpongeBob Hangman. Although there are a few original SpongeBob board games here and there. A lot of these kind of games were made around the early 2000s when SpongeBob was just starting to blow up, with games like Bikini Bottom Electronic Book of Games being released around the first theatrical movie. Another being the 2004 DVD/CD based game called Facts or Fishy, a piece of edutainment made to inform people about marine life. Like I said in the merchandise review, a lot of it goes back to Mattel. Mattel released a couple of different SpongeBob games. One was called A Wacky Race to the Krusty Krab, which is your typical go around the board and see who makes it to the end type of game. But today, the game we're going to be looking at is Bikini Bottom Beach Party. This game was made by Mattel and released in 2004. Similar in layout to some of their other games, the game's overall goal is to go around the board and land on certain treasure spots 4 times, hopefully to collect the 4 items that you need to obtain. The grass skirt, the lei, the hat, and the ukulele. Instead of using dice or a spinner, you go around the board determined by whatever image is next, and if it matches up to these clamshells that are scattered in the center. Luau in Bikini Bottom, and SpongeBob and all of his friends want to go. Unfortunately, there's not enough party gear for everybody, and what's left is scattered around Bikini Bottom. So choose SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, or Gary to help them collect the things they need for the party around town. The first player to collect all their gear wins.
Yeah, if that shell tile matches the next board tile,
then you can move
the next board tile. That player may move on to that space. Player may continue to flip and move as long as revealed shell tiles match the next board tile in front of them. If you turn over a shell tile that does not match, next player's turn. If on your turn the next board tile matches the shell tile you've already flipped, you may move onto that space automatically. So if there's because I've got 2 Patricks here and I managed to get to that one, flip these 2 over, and then I can just automatically move on to Patrick. I don't have to flip another shell tile to do that.
Right. Okay.
You have to find Gary. You leave it flipped until the end of your turn, then you flip it back.
Start. Alright, that's Gary.
Rick Pat.
Then flip again to try to find that Patrick.
Okay.
Then you flip again and again until you get one that doesn't match.
Right, okay.
So flip another shell.
Nope.
Nope, doesn't match.
Doesn't match. Okay.
So then you flip them both back over.
Watch this, I'm literally a pro, okay? Rick Pat.
Rick Pat.
Squishword. We'll pick a Sandy. Rick Pat is already over there. Where's Mrs. Pearl?
Freaking legend.
Oh.
Massive legend here.
Oh, Mrs. Pearl. This one. And, Bob, we got Mrs. Puff on deck. And then, I forget where Plankton is. Can we
That's
guess
where you're
it?
screwed.
Yeah, no, it's not Plankton now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you literally, once you get to the end of the line, you just automatically move on to the next space, the treasure tile. And
LA, you get a grass skirt, that's what it was.
Pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to go. Just do this. Holy shit, we are around. My boys. I don't think this fits on me.
my boy.
My boy, they make this in an extra large.
Just like a bowl around his waist.
Yeah, I mean, I
Your
guess
turn.
that works. What does that get me?
I don't...
Well, that you have to get all 4.
You have to get all 4,
Yeah. So you got 1.
Yeah.
So you're the
okay,
high.
we can flip all these over.
Right. Are you more of a moderator
But
than a player?
We haven't found... Yeah, I'm basically just explaining the rules at this point.
Okay. That's fine.
Where's Plankton? We didn't flip this one over, did we? No, yeah, we did.
It's Mrs. Buff. I need Patrick. No, it's Plankton.
Oh, well, thank you.
Plankton. Squishword. Where is this SpongeBob? Oh, that's
Wrong
SpongeBob.
Right. Boom.
Oh.
Boom. And then...
Oh, you need this.
Can we get a...
No, that's Gary.
That's Gary. Basically, the goal is to get all the way around the board and hope you get all 4 in that.
That's Patrick. That's a different...
Miss Buff.
We keep flipping that one.
Damn.
Oh my god.
No, someone's already flipped that one a million times.
My God.
Literally.
That's Mr. Krabs. No.
Mr. Carbs.
The struggle is finding the one you haven't flipped yet.
Damn.
No.
What the hell? Where is this
Where the frick are you?
You helped reveal the Patrick, thank you.
Where the frick are you? He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist.
In all seriousness, was this a good game? Yeah, I thought so. The game has a fun layout with the kind of makeshift Monopoly style board with the tiles. I like that instead of using dice or a spinner, you have to rely solely on your memory, adding more challenge to the game. The pieces and items were well modeled, and it's just a fun game to play with people. Any group of friends can make a fun game better. I've played this game multiple times, and we all had fun, whether we were genuinely playing or just goofing around. Copy of Bikini Bottom Beach Party and you're looking for something new, I recommend getting it. It's refreshing to play one of these games that's not just based on something and it's actually its own original concept, a lot like Doctor Who Time Clash. I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and next time on Summer of SpongeBob we're talking about SpongeBob food tie-ins.
Come with me to the land I love. It's not right here down the street or up above. It's down below in the deep blue sea, where SpongeBob lives and the fun is always free. Down, down, down to the bottom of the sea, where